everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Autocar India. Quick news, your weekly updates on all the big launches, all the hot scoops and all the news in the world of automobiles. But before we begin, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Let's start up with all the launches this week, and first up, the Polo gets a new automatic variant. The Volkswagen Polo now gets an automatic transmission option for the mid-spec Comfortline variant, which is priced at 8,51,000 rupees ex-showroom. The 6-speed gearbox that the Comfortline automatic gets was earlier only reserved for the uppermost trims, including the Highline Plus and the GT TSI. Under the hood, power is put down by a 1-litre turbocharged engine that makes 110 horsepower. BMW has launched a new special edition X7 in India. It's called the Dark Shadow Edition. The BMW X7 M50D Dark Shadow Edition has been launched in India at 2 crore 2 lakh rupees ex-showroom India, about 36 lakh rupees more than the standard X7 M50D. This special edition SUV will be imported into India as a CBU and be available only in limited numbers based on orders placed, as it is limited to only 500 units globally. The SUV gets a special frozen Arctic grey paint job on the outside, while on the interior it gets black and dark blue merino leather upholstery. It also gets BMW's laser headlamps and 22-inch wheels as standard. Power comes from a 3-litre inline 6-cylinder quad-turbo diesel, pushing out a rather significant 400 horsepower and 760 Nm of torque, giving it a 0 to 100 km/h sprint time of just 5.4 seconds. Global NCAP has crash tested the Renault Triber. Let's see how it fares. The Renault Triber scored a 4-star safety rating in the Global NCAP tests for adult protection safety, while the child protection safety was rated at 3 stars. This latest round of tests has been conducted under the Safer Cars for India campaign. In terms of adult safety, the Triber scored 11.62 points out of a total of 17, while the child safety score was at 27 points out of a total of 49 points. While the overall scores are satisfactory, Global NCAP did rate the body shell as unstable. The Renault Triber variant used in the round of tests came with the most basic safety specifications, which is equipped with 2 airbags, a seatbelt reminder system and ABS. Let's now take a quick look at the cars that will be launched in India in the next week. The Lamborghini Huracan Evo lineup is set to expand with the launch of the drop-top rear-wheel drive Spider variant on June 8th. As compared to the standard all-wheel drive Spider, the rear-wheel drive gets design tweaks like a new front splitter, bespoke rear diffuser and new bumpers. The Spider is also 120 kilos heavier than the corresponding coupe. The roof can be opened or closed in just 17 seconds up to 50 km/h. Under the hood, the 5.2-litre V10 makes 610 horsepower and 560 Nm of torque, and 0 to 100 is rated at just 3.5 seconds. Mercedes' flagship SUV offering, the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600, will be launched in India on June 8th too. The SUV will be powered by a mild hybrid 4-litre V8 turbo petrol that makes 558 horsepower and 730 Nm of torque. Exterior design bits include a massive new chrome grille, extra chrome accent pieces everywhere, and a set of 22 or optional 23-inch wheels. On the inside, the car also gets only 2 rows of seats, with the rear seat getting an extra 120 mm of leg space. The Maybach GLS will rival the likes of the Range Rover and the Bentley Bentayga. And finally, on June 10th, we will see the new Skoda Octavia in India. What has been launched delayed due to the ongoing pandemic, the new Skoda Octavia will be offered initially with just one engine option, the 2-litre turbo petrol, making 190 horsepower, with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Stay tuned for our review of the new Octavia right here on our YouTube channel or on our website autocarindia.com very soon. Now, we mentioned the GLS Maybach a little earlier, but that isn't the only Mercedes-Benz news this week. Here's some more. Mercedes-Benz has announced that it will be launching the new direct-to-customer sales model in India, dubbed Retail of the Future or ROTF. This new model aims to increase transparency between the luxury car maker and its customers, as well as aid Mercedes-Benz's franchise partners. While there will still be physical dealers present to facilitate sales and delivery, the most notable change for customers is that they will be purchasing the car directly from Mercedes-Benz, which means that their cars will be invoiced directly from the car maker and not the dealers. This will also mean that all customers across India will be offered the same prices, negating the need to negotiate with dealers to match one another's prices. They will also have access to a considerably larger pool of cars to select from, as Mercedes will own the entire stock of cars. Electric car ownership is set to get a lot more cheaper and a lot more attractive in India. Here's how. The cost of electric vehicles and renewal registration of green vehicles is set to get a lot cheaper. The MoRTH, or Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, has issued a draft notification proposing to exempt battery-operated vehicles from payment of fees for the purpose of renewal of registration certificate or assignment of a new registration. Electric vehicles already get taxed in the lowest GST segment currently for new cars in India. Moving on to bikes now, and the FZ25 and the FZS25 have both received a massive price cut. The FZ25 is now priced at 1,34,000 rupees, while the FZS25 is priced at 1,39,000 rupees, and that is about 20,000 rupees cheaper than before. Yamaha says that it has now managed to reduce the input costs that had arisen due to the transition to BS6 last year and has decided to pass on the benefit to the customers. It believes that the price reduction will help it reach its potential customer by making the FZ25 and FZS25 more accessible. Both bikes are powered by a 249cc engine that makes 20.8 horsepower and 20.1 Nm of torque, mated to a 5-speed gearbox. Triumph has taken the wraps off the 2021 Speed Twin. Let's take a look at what's new and what the big changes actually are. While the 2021 Speed Twin looks pretty much the same as it did visually, with the exception of a new wheel and new headlamp and mudguard mounting brackets, under the skin the changes are a lot more prolific. The 1200cc BS6 compliant engine gets new high compression pistons, revised spots and cam profiles, and a lighter crankshaft. This has reduced the inertia by 17%, and peak power has gone up by 3% to 100 horsepower, while the peak torque stays the same at 112 but comes in 500 RPM lower. Triumph has also fettled with the steering geometry and the fork itself to give the bike better handling. And finally, a set of 12-spoke aluminum wheels and grippier Metzeler tires have completed the package. And that's all the time we have for you this week. As always, we do hope and pray that you and your loved ones are safe. Do remember to leave your opinions in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you as always next week.